Hello, everyone. Welcome to this first live session here with me, Patricia from Braincraft Power. It's such a pleasure to have you all here with me and to discuss this important but sometimes I would say a little bit underrated topic. Just one moment, let me rearrange something here. Okay, that's it. So, without any further ado, I would like to thank you again for your time. I would like to thank you for thinking firstly of yourself because this is the first step towards a strong and successful academic life. It's always learning. It's always about searching for things you don't know, learning, implementing, and seeing how it works. So let's start today with this very exciting topic, and the top this very exciting topic. So today we are going to discuss about what you need to know before you pick your research topic. How should I choose my research topic? Should I just choose it randomly? Is there are so many options, or there is no options? So how should I handle this? Should I just accept whatever it's given to me, or is there or are there any strategies that can make this path of choosing easier? So this is what are we gonna be discussing today. And I hope by the end of the session you have gathered a set of tools, a set of strategies that you can implement. It then can truly make the difference in your life. So, welcome. Today we're discussing this some key considerations that you must think before choosing your research topic. Before we start, I would like to ask: Have you ever had this feeling of confusion, and or sitting at your desk or sitting at a coffee shop and looking at your screen and looking at your notes and thinking about how many options do I have? How can I even choose? I cannot do it. And this kind of start feeling overwhelming. So the good news is you don't need to be afraid because you're not alone in this. I have been there as well. I have had this feeling, and luckily, as you see here, I survived. And so this is good news. You're going to survive as well. And because I survived and because I experienced this overwhelming and this confusion feeling, and at this point in my career, I realized that there were some there were some strategies, there were some options, there were some things that I could have done that would have made my life easier. And I'm here to share with you today. So what it's really important, and I find it's essential to understand that during your academic path is not only important to understand the data, the information you're dealing with. This is extremely important and this is a substantial part of your work, but academic life is not only about this. So it's also about your skills, the strategies that you use, and the whole human aspect involved in it. So research isn't just about data, it's about people, it's about purpose. And in the next slides, I'm going to share with you some of the findings or some of the things I've learned through my career. And I hope you can get something from it and implement in your own life. So before we start talking directly about the topic, I would like to introduce myself briefly so you understand where I come from, where my experience comes from, and why I'm qualified or why I'm capable to be talking to you about this topic. So I have had my bachelor and master's degrees in geology by the Federal University of Pará. It's a state university here in Brazil. And I also hold an MBA in project management at the Getulio Vargas Foundation, also another very reputable institution here in Brazil. I am currently at the ending phase of my PhD in paleoclimatology by the RWTH University, Aachen University in Germany. Yay! I'm almost finishing, and hopefully, I expect to finish soon my master's in geoengineering, also at a university here in Brazil. So this is a little bit about my technical background, and I would like you to know that. But if there is one thing that I've learned through my journey is that not only technical, not only things you learn, material things you learn are important. So there are the things that are important as well. The soft skills, they play a huge role in how you manage your academic life, even if you struggle, or if you have it easier, or how you deal with the daily problems. So this is very important. So it's important for you to know as well what are your soft skills. And today I have highlighted some of my, oh my god, some of my best, let's say, my best soft skills, because the not so good ones that we all have, this is a topic for another day. So these are the quality that I really develop developed through my experiences, and I found that they were very important for my academic journey. So this is I am participative, I'm creative, I'm courageous, I like to face new challenges, I'm dynamic, I am interactive, and resilient. I've learned how to be resilient, especially through my PhD. So these are all characteristics, technical and soft skills, that make me the person that I am today. So thank you very much for letting me share a little bit of myself with you. And now let's just dive into the topic. And but before that, allow me to introduce Braincraft Power. So how did it begin? What it is? And so this is the the project started through my own journey. Like through my PhD, I started realizing that I had many gaps, or there were many things that I didn't know, not only technical, but soft skills, or things that are not told you, but they are things that you must have in order to survive this life. And these strategies, this way of dealing with things, and this I noticed through my own struggle that I did not have them. And as I started to search and learn, and find ways to make my decisions and to make my academic path easier, I realized that this is a reality for many of us, many students, many people that have just started in the academic life. They don't have this knowledge that science and your research or thesis is just not some you don't just tackle it as something that comes along, but there are a set of strategies that can make your life easier. So that's why I created this project, so I could bridge this gap. I could use my experience to help others to struggle less. I wouldn't say have no struggle, because I wish that was possible, but struggle less and make more conscious and more responsible, and like effective decisions in their lives. So basically, we do some mentorship, where we have some courses and workshops that the difference is that they are tailored, designed to tackle the issues of the ones that we are given the course to. It's not just general, because some of these obstacles or these challenges, they are very specific from person to person. So we try to customize it, we try to make it suitable and fit, and to really make a difference and add value to our client's life. So without further ado, after introducing after introducing our company, I would like to dive into the topic. So we are going to discuss a common research dilemma that it's you're feeling lost about what you research. The good thing is that you are not alone. Choosing a research topic can really feel like overwhelming, and this is completely normal. So it's important that you understand this is normal. It's a normal feeling, it's a normal thing to feel. And many of us have felt, and many of us are feeling it right now. So this confusion and uncertainty are simply part of academic life. They are there. Every researcher, even the good ones, even the ones that have published hundreds of paper, they go through this stage of questioning and exploration. What should I study? There are so many options. Where to do, what to do, where to begin. So the important thing is for you to remember that you are not alone. And now that you know that you are not alone, that other people have also experienced this. The good thing about this is that since other people experienced, they have also learned from their own limitations, and they have created strategies so they can overcome that, and we can learn from them. So in a recent study, a recent study, they were led by Gilsha 2025, so it has been done this year. In this study, they have found that 58% of postgraduate students. In this case, it was specifically to postgraduate students, but you can, of course, extrapolate to graduate students because this is a reality in academic life in general. They struggle to select a research topic. And why is that? What they found is because they are trying to find something that's interesting, that is feasible, and that is meaningful all at once. So, wouldn't this be amazing if we could find one topic that fits it all, that suits all our needs? That would be awesome, right? But this is real life, so this is not always possible. And unfortunately, sometimes it's just not possible to have everything. So, okay, so if it's not possible to have everything, how do we choose? How should I know what should I study? Where should I go? Where should I start? So that's exactly why you're here. That's exactly why I am here. So we can discuss some strategies so you can choose consciously, so you can choose better and you can be confident about your your decisions. So my goal is that by the end of this presentation, you have more clarity so you can make decisions. They are realistic, they are grounded, and they are aligned with your goals. And now let's dive into the common mistakes. Let's learn from other people's mistakes, hopefully, and also from ours. So, what are the common mistakes that people face when choosing their topic? So, mistake number one, following trends rather than genuine curiosity can drain motivation. So it's crucial to pursue topics that they truly intrigue us. They truly drive this curiosity inside of us, not just what's trending. And especially with social media, we are kind of like directed towards doing what it's trending right now. What's the topic in your field? You can think of the topic in your field that's really trending, that it's a hot topic that everyone wants to study. But maybe this topic it's not something that really sparks that light in you. It's not something that makes you curious. So don't just choose it because it's trending. This is mistake number one. Mistake number two, ambition without a solid strategy can lead to frustration. You ambitious, you really want to study that topic, but you have no strategy. You don't know how to tackle it. And then at some point it might fail and this causes frustrations. So we must assess the feasibility of our ideas, of our research ideas right at the beginning, right at the start. So in this way, we can ensure, or at least we can increase our chances of success. And mistakes number three, even the best topic. So, okay, you chose a topic that interests you, you have ambitions, you have set out this strategy, but if there is no communication during the realization of this project, the chances are that this project is going to fail. So even the best topics can falter if communication breaks down. So aligning closely with your supervisor is key to ensuring your research stays on track and is well supported. So these are the three common mistakes that I have seen, not only in my experience, but what I have read and seen and other research as well. So now that we learned what are the mistakes, what are the problems, what are the challenges that people face, let's set out some strategies. Let's set out some options, some tools, a toolkit, tool set. So you can choose from this tool set which ones are suitable to your environment, because there is nothing that it will fit fit it all, or it will fit to everyone. So I will give you a set of 6 strategies, and then you can see which ones you can adjust, and you can customize, and you can tailor to your own reality, so you can make the best use of it. So are you ready to take control? So here is how. So strategy number 1 is start with what excites you. This might sound obvious, but not always. It's not always the case. So search for topics or for things that really excites you, that really drives that curiosity in your life. So, in a research also recently done in involving 154 Polish university students, 56% of the students who have chosen topics based on their personal passion experience, they have experienced significantly better academic functioning, meaning those who have more than half of these students who have been interviewed, among them, the ones who have really chose topics that feel that curiosity, that spark, that drive into knowing more about a topic, they have reported better academic functioning. So they reported lower levels of burnout and higher self-efficacy compared to those who didn't. So it is very important to look into yourself and see what really drives you. Another study done this time by L'Italien in last year, also a very recent studies, found that doctoral students driven by internal motives, I mean interest and curiosity, they were significantly more likely to persist and finish their PhDs. So what this clearly shows us, this clearly shows that when your research is fueled by what you love, by what interests you, you are not only more likely to complete it and succeed it, but you will also enjoy the process. Depending on where you are, graduate, doing your bachelor's, or master's, or PhD, you will stay a long time with your topic. So you have to enjoy it as well. It doesn't have to feel heavy and work at all times. So this is strategy number 1. Think about it always when before choosing your topic. Start with what excites you. So let's dive into strategy number 2, identifying your strengths and utilizing them strategically. This is all about aligning your passions with your competencies. So, what do you have the best on you? What are your competencies? What you do that it's good? What are your technical and soft skills? Align this with what drives you. And in this way, if you can do this alignment, you can significantly enhance your research journey. So another research, this time done by Levesque and colleagues, a little bit older, but still like very appropriate to our topic. They have shown that students who experience a good person research fit, I mean those students who know themselves, who know their qualities, who know their competencies, and they can align this with their research topic, they are not only more likely to complete their programs, but they also reported improved well-being. So their chances of finishing is higher, and they also enjoyed more the process. So this is a key aspect according to this research. Now let's think about yourself. Have you considered how your unique skills? Do you know yourself? Do you know which skills you have that are unique to you? And which one of these skills can be combined to your research topic If you know this, if you can identify this, it's so important because this will transform your journey from a challenge, from only work and stress and overwhelming, from a challenge into an empowering experience. So, strategy number two, match it to your skills and resources. Think about them. Think about your skills, think about your resources, and then think about a topic to choose. Diving into strategy number three, we also should consider the long term implications of our research topic. It's not just about today. Your topic it's not only today, or it's not only for the next 2 years, or not only for the next 4 years if you're doing a PhD. But usually this research topic, they might have a longer term influence, they might have a longer term impact. So also think about this when choosing your topic. The same research done by Levesque and colleagues, they have shown that PhD students, again, this was focused on PhD students, but we can also extrapolate to graduate and master students as well. So they have found out that the students who feel that their studies prepare them well for careers outside of academia, so they are learning something that can be implemented outside of university level, and the ones who view their work as adding value for future employers, they tend to experience better mental health. So this emphasize the importance of choosing a research topic that has a future relevance, not only for you or for your field, but for society in general. So by considering how your research can be applicable beyond academia, you set yourself up for a wider range of career opportunities and enhance your overall well-being. So this is strategy number three. Strategy number four, we are halfway there. Stay with me. So it's also important to establish clear expectations. And this is not always said in academia. This is not always said by your supervisor. This is not always said by your professors. Let's clear it out, our expectations. What do you expect from this project? What your supervisor expect from this project? This needs to be clear. This needs to be aligned. Because if there is any misalignment between you and your supervisor, this can create a lot of uncertainties, especially when it comes to the unwritten rules of research. These are the rules that they are there. People who work with research in academia, they know they exist, but they don't come in a paper. They don't come in an introductory like welcome list or set of rules. So it is very important that you are aligned, that you are in connection with your supervisors. So again, let's dive a little bit into the results that Levesque and colleagues have found in their research. They have highlighted that clear communication and alignment between students and supervisors are some of the strongest predictors of successful research outcome. Meaning, if you start aligned, if your expectations and your supervisor expectations are aligned, the chances that you're going to be successful, that you're going to complete your research, that you're going to enjoy the process are much higher. So this is an important thing to consider. So establishing these shared expectations from the very start can significantly improve both satisfaction and project completion rates, as evidenced by another research, Eves and Rowley, 2005. So how do we take control? It all begins with open and honest communication. But we will explore a little bit more about this for of fostering, of creating this collaborative environment in the next strategy. Let's This brings us to strategy number five: open dialogue. And in academia, this can be really challenging, I must say. Having an open and direct and honest dialogue in academia, it's not an easy thing, but it's something important and essential that can really make the difference. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the power of open dialogue. By encouraging open and honest and efficient and direct communication, we can create this collaborative environment where everyone can thrive. because you can talk, you receive feedback, you can also give your feedback, you can align our expectations, and it's not always easy, it's not always a rainbows, but it makes your life easier. So by encouraging this, we can really foster better environment for research creating, for innovation. So this isn't just about exchanging information, exchanging technical data. This is about building relationships that can enhance our research experiences, because you might spend 6 months, 1 year, 2 years doing this project. So you really need to have a healthy environment where you can develop, where you can grow, where you can thrive. So effective communication and support from advisors are absolutely crucial. These elements are not only they don't only guide us, but they also serve as core drivers of research experience. So research again by L'Italian and colleagues, 2004, they have emphasized that such relationships significantly impact our success. So this has been proven, this has been studied, and it has been shown that open dialogue, communication really improves the way research is done. And it might improve as well the data, it might improve the outcome of this research. So let's prioritize these conversations. Let's prioritize this open dialogue. They are key to taking control of our academic journey and achieving success that we are all aiming for. You want success, your supervisor wants success, your institution wants success. So open dialogue is really something important. And lastly, strategy number 6, regular check-ins. I don't know if you have ever thought this, but regular check-ins are extremely important during your project. So before, if you're doing right now your project, think about, if you have not implemented this, now is your chance. If you're starting your journey, this is great. You can start from the beginning. So regular check-ins with your supervisor is really, really important. So let's talk about the importance of scheduling regular check-ins during your research journey. These check-ins, they are more just than a formality. They are more than just a meeting. They are more than just a box to tick in your list. They are essential for ensuring this alignment with you and your supervisor, and for receiving a feedback. We all need feedback. We don't know everything. So that's why we have a supervisor. We have someone who knows more than us, that can guide us throughout our journey. So it's important. The feedback is important. And how do you get feedback? When you start getting this open dialogue, this relationship, you clear your expectations, and you have this regular check-in. How can your supervisor give you feedback if you are not checking in with each other regularly? So this is important. So think about this. By often meeting your supervisor, you can address any methodological confusion, manage time constraints, and avoid inadequate supervision. So these regular interactions not only enhance your academic performance, but they also support your mental well-being, which is really important. And nowadays we know that we need to have a mental health that is stable, that is healthy enough to allow us to create, to allow us to write, to allow us to develop our research. So having that's regular check-ins with your supervisor really will help you with that. So remember, I want you to remember, feeling connected and supported through these regular check-ins can truly transform your research experience, making it more fulfilling and productive. And coming to an end, it's always important in this world where we are always doing something we need to do, we want to do. It's always important to reset, take a deep breath when needed, and know when to do it. So, strong researchers, we think that strong researchers or strong academic writers or professors, or they are always doing and producing, and they don't stop. But this is not the reality. We are all humans. We all need a break. We all need sometimes to reset, to rethink. And it's important to accept that, acknowledge that, and listen to your listen to your body. So by embracing these challenges, when you reset, you start putting things under a different perspective. You start analyzing things in a different way. And by embracing these challenges, the challenges that have maybe have made your research path a little bit rocky or bumpy. And when you embrace them, when you understand them, when you acknowledge them, and when you accept them, you enable your own development. You see, okay, I have a challenge, I can grow from it. And this fosters adaptability and resilience, which are two characteristics or qualities that are needed for continue in in academia, or for having a research life. So remember, we often have tried to avoid obstacles. Obstacles are good. Like these challenges, they just make our lives harder. Sometimes, yes, but remember that each obstacle you encounter, it's not a dead end. It's not something that will stop you from moving, but it's a stepping stone. It's something that it will make you stronger, and it will lead you toward clarity. It will bring you clarity. Once you go over it, through it, or over it, you're gonna see, oh yes, now I see. Now I see why. Now I understand why. And then it can give you this clarity, and it can really lead you innovative and creative and new ideas. So next time you face a hurdle, or you face a challenge, or you face something difficult, view it as a chance to learn and evolve. This is a really important mindset. This is a really important way of thinking in research. So thank you very much for being with me, and for staying until now. And I really hope that you have learned something. And if you're new in the research journey, I really hope that as you start in this journey, you take control of it by owning your own topic, by choosing it correctly, by applying some of these strategies, some of these tools that I have just listed. And whenever possible, because it's not always possible to apply everything. You cannot always have everything, but choose the ones that are more suitable to you, and choose your topic consciously, choose your um, topic responsibly. And remember that your topic doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be trendy. It doesn't have to be revolutionary. It does not have to change the world at this point. It just has to be yours. It just has to be connected to you. When you choose it with purpose, curiosity, and strategy, you create this personal connection with your work, and this increases significantly the chances of you succeeding, and of you enjoying your journey, and of you looking back and not feeling stress and overwhelm and regret the decisions you made. So having this sense of ownership and direction will not only make your research more enjoyable, but will also more impactful. So engage with your topic, own it, connect deeply with it, be passionate about it, and let it guide you towards new discoveries. So, are you ready to take control of your journey? If you have any questions, or if you'd like to share something, just reach out to us here. We have our Instagram, we have our email, and we are here to help you. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, see you soon.